but what do you see this character as? Like, is it the kind of, does it have a storyline to it?
Not particularly. Like I say, it was one of those that I kind of just developed over time, you know. Like, again, listening to music, I feel like it's, you know, it's a love heart, a walking, talking love heart, you know. It's like, it sort of speaks for itself what it is to a certain extent. But I kind of like to think that it could potentially represent anybody or everybody, you know, no matter which background you're from, no matter, you know, where you came from, who you are, it could potentially represent anybody.
Would you sell it to a brand?
Whoa.
Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
Street Culture TV.
Instagram UK Frontline.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Is that all right?
Yes, perfect. Right, ladies and gentlemen, Killa Kela podcast, live and direct, central London, or as central as you need to be. Could be, choose to be. You don't want to be anywhere else. It'd be a crime, it'd be a sin, it'd be unforgivable, and quite frankly, you'll miss decades of your life with over 650 podcasts. That's more than a box set. Okay, people, our sponsors, the mighty GK Nifty Heads, have 10,000 play-to-earn GraphPunks NFTs to give away. Get ready as London's white trash goes blockchain digital with Bitcoin Cash tokens locked into them to claim. Get yourselves over to the website gkniftyheads.com and play to earn now. Inside the house, we are in the Wild Star Cafe, Stockwell Old Tight. Beautiful settings, first of many. Looking forward to inside the house. We've hit the northern shores with great force and vengeance. Newcastle, to be more precise. To a gentleman that's been moving and shaking, not just up there, but down there, and all left, right, and centre, with beautiful illustrative designs, a combination of street art mixed with graffiti. A man who knows his stuff and knows his stuff in two ways. Here for a chat. This is exactly what it's about. Name is Mo. How are you, my brother?
Nice to meet you, man. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Just enjoying coming down here.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, it seems.
Yeah. I think everyone's a bit subdued. It's that kind of weather where I feel like I've overdressed.
Yeah. Tell us about it, man. To be fair, you can never overdress up north. It's that cold.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. But you travel a lot round. You're a seasoned traveller.
Yeah. I think this year I've kind of, you know, I've done a lot in Newcastle, painting wise, and it excites us to get out and get on the road, meet new people, new cities, new places, new walls. Yeah. So, yeah, man, definitely it's good to be down. I think it's maybe my 15th trip down this year.
Not bad. That's this year.
This year, yeah, since about Christmas. Yeah.
Come on, son.
But I've just enjoyed it, man. Like, I think I love Newcastle. It's home. It always will be, and I'll always go back. But I like how fast-paced it is down here, and there's just stuff going on.
It is quick, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just there's stuff going on. There's exhibitions. There's, you know, it's constantly changing.
Yes,
you know,
for sure.
You know, you can paint something one day, it's gone the next, and then it's just adding layers and layers. And yeah, man, it's fun. I always have a good time down here.
Yeah, man. And at this point, I'd big up Kios for the Connect.
Big up Chaos, yeah.
Yeah, man. You're not short of Connect. I mean, like, I've seen some wicked collaborations.
Thanks,
the aforementioned, but also Sweet Tooth, and you know, you've been doing some really interesting collaborations as well.
Yeah, I you know, it's always interesting for me to paint with people and you know, get a bit of a jam going and go for some beers and just sort of just have a bit of a good time, you know. Obviously, it is. I do it full time, which is great, and I do the commercial side of things.
Full time, you know. See, what's your excuses there? This is awesome.
No, it's. But what sort of motivates me is like it's great doing the commercial work and doing collaborations with people and stuff. But I've got to get out painting, man. I've got to scratch that itch.
Yeah, that itching to scratch. You can never have enough commodity for the amount of times you need to scratch it, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. If a week goes by without painting, it's got to be done, you know.
How do you find a balance? Because this is probably one of the many questions that a lot of people have to ask, you know. Where's that balance between doing it for free and scratching the itch, so to speak, and having, you know, having it as a commodity and trying to hold back before, you know, releasing because you want to get paid?
Yeah. I mean, it's a very tough balance to find. And there's definitely a grey area somewhere in the middle. But you know, I try to do, you know, for every sort of paid job,
Yeah.
10 pieces for myself.
Really?
You know, it's like a...
So everyone there's 10.
Yeah, kind of. It's I don't know. I never set out to do it commercially. I suppose I started painting a long time ago, and I've always, you know, when I didn't do it full time, I'd be out every weekend painting and
Really, yeah.
all that. And obviously now, the last sort of 4 years since I've kind of, you know, been doing it a lot more. Yeah, it's just really enjoying it, man. Really enjoying getting out, like I say, new places and getting on the road, and
Yeah.
just it keeps us inspired, you know.
Sure. When did it all begin? How did it all start for you?
Well, I think it probably started, I was about 11 years old. I think riding the metro in Newcastle with my granddad before he passed away. Just like we used to go around, and I used to take photographs of pieces and on the track sides. And
Nice.
you always used to be like, what is this? Like, what am I looking at here? As a kid, you don't really, you know, coming from Newcastle, you see it around, but you don't see it as much as you do down south.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know?
Yeah, it's more scarce, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the idea of something being so impactful in what would be just regular kind of wall decay and
Yeah, I mean,
city
don't
stuff.
get us wrong. Like Newcastle it's got an amazing scene.
For
It's
sure
got
it
a
has.
very graffiti-driven scene. Obviously,
sure.
Newcastle's got its own metro, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who were sort of my early inspirations who, you know, smashed it. People like Inch, for example, who I know
Tight Inch.
has been on the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah, different people, like, you know, massive amount of inspiration. I kind of come from, I started out doing letters. Different, I could never sort of stick on one name. So I maybe did letters for, let's see, maybe it's like 5 or 6 years, sort of as a teenager doing, but I'd always do different letters every time I painted. But I was always drawn when I saw a piece. He always had like the Looney Tunes character on the end of the piece, or the Fred Flintstone or whatever. And I always thought I was always drawn to that a little bit more. But you know, I've still got a massive love for graffiti. You know, especially when I come down here and I'm seeing like just round the corner, like a lovely shutter by like Time, banging. You know, just really, really nice to see. And Newcastle's great, man. It's good. Stuff seems to last up there at the moment as well.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, around here it's more selective. Like some things last a little bit longer. I mean, you know what I mean, if it's you know, if it's reasonably hot, you know, and people put something up in those kind of regions, and then it normally stays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean though, and you know, big up Band who's ballooning around here as well.
Yeah.
Which is always good. I mean, there's so many people that cross paths and come through here down.
That's it. That's another reason why I love coming here, because, you know, I've met people like you mentioned before, Sweet Tooth, for example, and we've been painting a fair amount recently together. And you know, you always get drawn to people with a similar sort of drive to you, I suppose. And it's just like, I come down here, I paint morning till I can't paint anymore, you know, all day, all night, and it's just really fun. And I go back to Newcastle with no paint, knackered.
Really? So this is what you do. You get the commission work, and then you over evaluate the paint, and then next thing you've got loads of leftovers. Is that the?
Kind of, yeah. It's just like,
Or you
I
collect
always-
it as it goes.
Yeah, pretty much. I make sure I set aside enough time for myself to paint for myself. I think it's, you know, everyone's got bills to pay as well. But I always like to think that it's important for me to give back, and sort of like, you know, not everything is about getting paid, because it's just not, you know. I do it for the love of doing it.
Yeah, sure. Your symbolic heart designs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very desirable, particularly for the kind of. I mean, you know, what could go wrong with a heart logo?
Yeah, I mean, I sort of stumbled upon that. You know, I'm a big lover of music, anything and everything.
Yeah, you were
basically, but-
mentioning that the set up a system here. Do you do music?
No, I don't do it. No, I just love it. You know, anything, everything, no matter what it is.
What kind of music do you like? What kind of stuff?
I'm a big fan of hip hop, obviously.
Yeah, cool.
Up north, Newcastle, will have a thing called Makina.
Okay.
Might be known as New Monkey down here, maybe.
Where is
that's-
this sorcery? Go on.
Yeah, so it's sort of like,
Is it a genre?
kind of itself. I might get this wrong, but it sort of comes from Spain. It's like a Spanish hard techno.
Stop
like,
it.
It's quite fast, and people MC.
What, it's
over the
big
top of it.
up north?
massive in the northeast.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we just hold fire on the graph talk and just really get into this? What's it called again?
The New Monkey or Makina.
Makina.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a
Pretty fast paced, yeah.
Really,
yeah.
what, like Gabba?
Not maybe it's not as fast as Gabba, but it's up there and people sort of MC over it. But I think I've seen a lot of people in
Well, like put a donk on it, kind of thing.
kind of, I guess you could describe it.
Sorry, I'm completely offending everybody while we're just bulldozing my way through a conversation, but I'm just trying to figure it out.
I think I am as well, to be fair. But yeah, I think my understanding of it, and this might be completely wrong, is that it's sort of Spanish hardstyle techno
Wow.
that was adapted in the northeast of England,
Right.
And then people from northeast of England MC over the top of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there used
yeah,
to be a nightclub in Sunderland, which we'll not talk too much about.
Okay.
It was a big nightclub, and they used to put raves on all the time. It was before my time,
Right.
but it closed down.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it was sort of a massive trend in Newcastle, and people love it still, And
Well, yeah. I mean, people up north, and it's not the first time I heard about it because I've seen it. People they love a bit of rapping.
Yeah.
Over hard house. And techno.
Yeah. But I think I've seen recently it seems to have been adapted a little bit more by the Glaswegians, which
Right.
was quite a surprise. I see some of the sort of Celtic football sticker with like the New Monkey symbol on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to find the symbol of this New Monkey. Wow.
Yeah. You should have a listen after this.
Yeah, I will.
It'll blow your mind.
We'll just chuck New Monkey in there.
Into Spotify,
Yeah, that's
total mixed bag. But
Yeah, I bet.
so I mean, everything from that. I mean, grew up on like rock and roll, whatever, a bit of everything, man.
Yeah.
Totally. But massive fan of my hip hop. Anything that kind of gets us going. I spent a lot of time when I was younger painting on my own, and it was just like I sort of painted almost to what I was listening to, and sort of almost in response to, I very rarely go to a wall with a sketch or an
Really?
idea of what I'm
Really?
going to paint beforehand. Everything's kind of, I like to kind of paint when I'm painting for myself. Anyway, I kind of paint what I want to paint there and then. Depends on the wall, the spot, how it looks, what can fit in that space.
Yeah.
How much time I've got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting you say that because with the... Well, first of all, it makes sense because if you've got like almost like a stamp approach to how you do your piecing and your design work, then it's almost like just, delicate tweaks and but nothing too distant from what people know you for.
Yeah.
So that would make sense on the sketching front. But moreover, talking about the record and music influence, your stuff has a real tattoo, symbolic kind of logo almost.
Yeah, I mean,
design.
I think it's quite nice that you've mentioned like the logo kind of thing, because I painted graffiti for, like I say, 5 or 6 years when I was kind of like discovering what graffiti was and what it actually meant. And then I came across a book, probably mid-teens or whatever, a book called Street Logos by Tristan Manco.
Right.
And that kind of led me on to like, you don't actually have to, you can just do the character on its own without doing the letter piece next to it. Now it was sort of like it seems such an obvious thing looking back, but it was kind of like a little transition that I went through of like, actually you don't need to do the 4 or 5 letter piece to then do the character on the end. You can just do the character on its own. So, people in that book sort of like, people like D-Face, the London Police, Flying Fortress for me was like...
Big up all them people.
Yeah, Flying Fortress for me was like probably the one I would look up to the most when I was, I still do, to be fair. He's a legend,
for sure.
So all those kind of people, I was just like, I was very interested in, so these guys have their own cartoon character, in a sense. I want to make one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Which you kind of have.
Yeah, I kind of have. I think before I did the one that I'm known for now, I did another one for 5 years before I did this one, and it was like it was a different character, and I did it mainly, up north and around Europe a little bit as well. But sort of the last 5 years, I've kind of honed in on developing what this character is, and the character itself actually comes from a disco track. It's Young Hearts Run Free, like Candy Staten.
Really?
That's kind of where the character comes from. So my work, I like to think that it relates to music.
Yeah.
And if a lot of my street pieces, they might have a little quote from a song that I'm listening to as I'm painting it, because as I say, I kind of do it a bit ad hoc. So I try to keep that music to art link. You know, I'm not a DJ or musician at all, but like I feel like that's my way of kind of you know, shouting out the music that I love.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure. And I love the reference to the song that create the character. But what do you see this character as? Like, is it the kind of, does it have a storyline to it?
Not particularly. Like I say, it was one of those that I kind of just developed over time, you know. Like, again, listening to music, I feel like it's, you know, it's a love heart, a walking, talking love heart, you know. It's like it sort of speaks for itself what it is to a certain extent. But I kind of like to think that it could potentially represent anybody or everybody, you know, no matter which background you're from, no matter, you know, where you came from, who you are. It could potentially represent anybody.
Would you sell it to a brand?
Whoa! How? In what sense of the word? I would never sell it to a brand,
No,
but I would, you know, I'd work in collaboration.
It's a very unique trademark.
with
It's
a
got
brand.
it's got a thing, really.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
identifiably you. This is what you want. This is what you're building on from.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. It's almost like working with a brand, for example, is almost a bit like, you know, me going and doing a piece with like Sweet Tooth in a way. It's sort of a bit like,
collaborative.
you know, the piece is going to look different because it's not just my work. I almost look like that's the same with working with a brand. Like I did a collaboration with Guinness recently in Newcastle.
Nice.
I sort of did all like the magpies and the toucans that they do, but sort of put my twist on it. It was kind of like a nice.
That is sick.
It was kind of like
Awesome.
a nice way to. I don't know. It keeps it fun for me.
Yeah,
You know?
but I love the fact that you rolling the toucans and the. Whoa, yeah, that's sick. I love it when artists do that with brands.
Yeah. Like, I would never
especially
sell
legit
the
ones
work.
like Guinness and that, you know, because that's
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we all like a tipple.
Yeah. But I'm doing. I can't say what it is just at the moment, but I'm doing a collaboration with quite a big brand in fashion.
Really?
That's coming out next year.
Really?
Which is, it's a huge project for me. Like something completely new. Obviously, I've always done T-shirts.
On some Ann Summers shit, it's got to be Ann Summers. Surely it's got to be Ann Summers.
Definitely. Yeah. So you know, it's kind of nice for me to put my spin on working with one of these brands and sort of where they've came from historically, and sort of it gives me a bit of inspiration.
Yeah, definitely.
Almost. Yeah.
Love is the key. What's the missus think? What do your family think? Like, I mean, you know, this isn't like the get out of bed and I'm going to be this for the rest of my life kind of conversation, is it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've had the most supportive family, most amazing girlfriend. You know, all they've ever done is support us. So you know, I come from a, you know, happy background. Like, you know, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it without them. Really, it's nice to have. You know, not everybody's as fortunate, but it's nice to have a good support network around you. You know,
and like
I'm very fortunate to have that.
Yeah, and like you say, the graph scene in Newcastle, he's always been busy, but it's just growing, isn't it? I mean,
It is, yeah,
like it is
yeah.
in most major cities.
Yeah. I mean, it's great to see. It's great. Obviously, I think I've been painting now for probably about 18 years, so I think it's nice to kind of see the development of where it kind of like where I first saw it, you know, and then to where it's kind of went in a different way. Don't get us wrong, I'm not a fan of all of the directions that it's went in, but most of them are great, especially with the graffiti direction for sure. But yeah, man, it's nice. I do like, I'm a screen printer as well.
Are you really?
Yeah, so
Nice.
I originally, when I started doing the characters, I discovered stickers. I thought stickers are a great way of getting up, you know. I discovered that quite early on. I was always sort of obsessed with how these artists, you know, reproduced their image, essentially. And obviously, being a kid, you can't just go out and wallop a grand on, you know, freshly cut vinyl stickers.
Yeah,
so
true.
I had to work out how to do it. So I taught myself how to, I think maybe it's about 14, I taught myself how to screen print in my mum and dad's garage. Sort of printing all of my own stickers, you know, 2-3 times a week that I then cut and then, you know, plaster on.
Entrepreneurial. They must have seen this coming. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I say, yeah. They've always sort of, you know, guided me best they could, you know.
That's amazing.
But yeah, man, that sort of, the screen printings kind of came in to play like more recently because I share a studio with an artist called Prefab 77 who's based up in Newcastle as well.
Nice.
And he comes from an amazing design background, and he's sort of given me a lot of guidance over the years and stuff. And we actually share a studio in Newcastle, and I do all the screen printing and make print editions and all that sort of thing. So that's something that's kind of came into play the last sort of year, and that's a great output as well, you know.
Isn't it funny how things come around in your career cycle?
Definitely, but keeps us on our toes.
keeps me out of trouble, so to
Keeps us
speak.
out of trouble.
And so you got the factory floor. What's the other writer's name?
Prefab 77, yeah.
Big up Prefab 77.
Yeah, he looks after me, man. But so he comes from a fashion background in New York. He used to do head of design for Calvin Klein. So he's sort of pointed me in the right directions the last sort of 3 or 4 years, which I'm very grateful
Damn,
for.
I need to come stay at your factory space. That sounds incredible.
If you're ever up north, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, the marketing is real. So what's for the rest of the year then? I mean, we're halfway through right now.
Yeah, man. I think I'm just enjoying, like I say, this summer, man. It's just been amazing. You know, it feels like we've never had a summer like this for a long time.
It's hot out there.
It's been
right
a
now.
long time, so I'm just painting it out, man. Painting it out as much as I can.
It's a beautiful thing.
Because when it gets bad up north, it gets bad.
Brutal. It's brutal. I know. I just come back from Blackpool, and
nice.
It's just good to get a bit of hot sun up there.
Yeah,
Normally it's like freezing, dank, bleak. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
very
get us
nice.
wrong. It's you can still go out and paint.
Yeah.
But it's not as fun.
No.
It's not as fun. -4.
Yeah.
You know?
Thawing out. You know.
Yeah. Lots of hot coffee, like.
Yeah, and those golf heat warmers.
Yeah, little heat warmers and the gloves sort it out, like, for sure. But,
Yeah, no, hard you got it down there.
Yeah.
Poor old South. Don't we worry about
That's
the
another
north.
reason why I think I've been coming down so much, man. It's just like,
Yeah.
there's just stuff going on down
There's
here.
action, yeah.
I feel like every time I'm down, there's like an exhibition or, you know, there's like, this guy's painting, do you want to come do this wall and do this and
It's
do
hard
that?
to say no,
And
isn't it?
It's just like, I'm just like a kid in a sweet shop every time I come down, man. It's great.
It's constantly adding value to your brand, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, I love it down here for sure. I feel like if my path had been slightly different, I'd probably be living down here for sure.
Yeah.
But
Well, never say never.
It's always nice to go back up north.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Times are changing in the cities, aren't they?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's nice to remind yourself, give yourself some respite.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely.
My brother, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you.
Yeah, man. Really nice to chat to you as well.
Vibe. And the first of many at the Wild Style Cafe. Big up
Definitely.
Rums, big up Chips, Old Type Band, all in the crew, all inside the place. Listen, Killa Kela podcast, Out Like In was out of fashion, all right? Sharing is caring, so tell a friend to tell a friend. And remember, crime don't pay, but neither do they. Don't talk to an eye, wouldn't you? Stay lucky, people. Nice one, Mo.
Nice one, man.
Peace. There you go. Oh, there it is.